Alright guys, in this video we are gonna figure out which menu items are frequently ordered together. Not just pairs of items but also chains of three. So basically if someone ordered coffee and muffin or coffee muffin and sandwich, we want to capture that as a chain and count how many times it happens. Now we cannot just jump straight into 3 item chains. We first need to build our query for 2 item chains and then extend it to 3. Let's go step by step. Before, if you haven't subscribed the channel, please subscribe it. It's a small click for you, but that means a lot to us. So before starting the query, let's first understand the output. The first column we will retrieve is item chains. In this column we will retrieve products with its chains, if one order contains many product, we will chain it together. The second column is frequency means how many times these chains were ordered by customers, right. The third is chain length. The chain length means how many product included in the chain, either 3 or 2. Now we understood the output. Let's understand the tables we are gonna use for this query. The first is orders table. It contains order id, date column, and item id, quantity, customer name, in or out, but we are going to use order id and item id from this table. The second table is menu items. This contains the names of the items, so we will join it with orders table using item id and then retrieve item name. First, we will work on 2 item chains because in one order maybe 2 items were ordered by customers. For 2 item chains, we are gonna use one other copy of orders table. So let's start writing the query. First, we will start with select statement, and then if you see, for each order there will be 2 product order. For example, for order 6, item 1 and 16 were orders. So from the first copy of orders table, we will select one item, and for the second we will select second item. So let's write it. So first we will use order id, then we will change it to item name. So order 1 data item id. If you see in the output, there is an arrow between products or items. So for that we will use concatenation operator in Postgres SQL, and now an arrow in double quotes. If you see in the output, there is an arrow, right. So for that we will use an arrow and again double quotes. This is called concatenation. When you want to join 2 columns or rows into one, then use it. Also you can use the concat function for that. Now from the second order copy we will write order 2 dot item id. This will create a chain for item 1 and 2, and we will call it as item chain. Now for frequency, we are gonna use count star function to count how many times these items were ordered in other orders by customers. So count star and we'll call it as frequency. We can also use item chain in the count star function, but star avoids missing values, so that's why it's the best choice. Now chain length. So in the output you see 3 and 2 chain lengths is because we will union the 2 chain length query with the 3 chain length query. So we will write it as 2. There is 2 chances, so we will write is 2 as chain length. Now we will select all these from the first copy of orders table, and we will call it as order 1. Now we'll join it with the second version of orders table using the same orders id, because there will be two items for one order. So let's write it. We'll write join orders order 2 on order 1 dot order id should be equal to order 2 dot order id. This condition makes sure both items belong to the same order. Let's add another condition because if I don't add another condition, I will get duplicates like coffee muffin and muffin coffee. So I write order 1.id should be less than order 2.item id. This will force a strict order. Only keep the pair where the first item's id is smaller. The way each unique combination only appear once. Why I used and instead of or? Because I want both conditions to be satisfied, not just one. Now we will use group by item chain because we want frequency to be counted for each item chain. Also remember, if you are using aggregate function in your query, you have to use group by clause. So let's write a group by item chain. Let's run this part of the query to see the output. Now you can see it returns item IDs, its frequency and chain length. Now we will replace item IDs with item names by joining order stable versions with menu items versions. If you see in the menu items table, there is item name. So we will retrieve this name using item ID. So let's join orders tables with menu items. First, we are gonna write join menu items and we will call this as mi1. This is the first version on order 1 dot item id equal to mi1 dot item id. This will retrieve item name for order 1 item id. Now for order 2 we'll do the same. If you see in the orders table, for each order there is two items. So for that order we'll retrieve the second item id name. For that we will use the same joiner, just we will change the versions. So we will copy paste the same joiner, just change the versions like replace mi1 with mi2 and order 1 with order 2. Finally we will change the item IDs with item names, also order 1 with mi1, and for the second we will do the same. This will retrieve item names instead of IDs. Let's run this part to see the output. Now I think there is a mistake because it's showing same items in the items chain. Let's look at our code to see where did I made a mistake. So if you see I used mi1 instead of mi2, so let's change it and again run the code. Now you can see the item names are retrieved with frequency and its chain length. Now we have two item chains. It's actually pretty easy to extend the logic for 3. Now we'll join both queries using union all. The second query will be for 3 item chains. We'll copy paste the same code. Here the first thing we'll do is to add another item by concatenating with the 2 item chains. So this will create a 3 item chains. Let's copy this part and paste it there. This will create 3 item chains, right? The second thing we will do is to bring the third row or order 3. It will represent item 3 in the orders table. So for that we will copy paste the same joiner, just we will change order 2 with order 3. So let's copy this joiner and paste it here and change the orders 2 with orders 3. Now for the third item name, we have to add another version of menu items and we'll change just 2 with 3. So let's run the whole query and see what it returns. So I made a mistake here, let me see it. So I forgot the to concatenation operator here. Let's run the query again. So this is the result. Before evaluating it, let's first give it a better order. In the first order, we should show the 3 item chains first, and in the second order, we should show the maximum frequency items first. Now for that, first we will order it by item chain in descending order to show maximum item chain rows first. Descending and in the second order we will use frequency, but in descending order. Frequency in descending order will ensure that after chain length show the highest frequency rows first. So frequency in descending order. Let's run the whole query. So in the output I think there is something wrong. So we'll look at our code and see what I did wrong. So in the third joiner with menu items 3, I used order 2 dot item id instead of order 3. So let's change it. If you are copy pasting something, you need to be very careful because it's likely that you will make a mistake. So after running the query, I think there is still something off in the output because it doesn't match the expected output. So let's look at our code. Where did I make a mistake? I think the mistake is in the joins because the output is not matching the actual output. So the error is in the second condition when we are joining order 3 with order 1. So here we ensures that the order is consistent, meaning it doesn't repeat itself in reverse order. But below here we used order 1 instead of order 2. Now the second condition, this ensures that the second item should not repeat itself with the third item and ensures consistency. Let's run the whole query again. Now if you see at the output, it matches the exact output as I shown you earlier at the start of the video. Also we first ordered it by item chain in descending order and then with frequency, and it shows the exact order. So the first 3 rows is from the second part of the query. It shows 3 item chains. If we run the second part, it will only retrieve 3 rows because there was only 3 times when customer ordered 3 items together. So this is the output of the query. If you have any question, you can ask me in the comment section. Also, if you haven't subscribed the channel, please subscribe it, like the video and share it with your colleagues or classmates. See you in the next video. For now, take care.